Well, good morning, YouTube friends and family, and welcome to today's edition of the Wellness Homesteader. So, I want to say a big welcome. We have many new subscribers. So, about 850 now in our YouTube group of friends and family, and also very exciting. I crossed the 4,000 viewing hour mark this morning, so I'm waiting on official verification from YouTube. But once I've received that, I am going to do a giveaway. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to choose 3 lucky subscribers. And unfortunately, you do need to be based in the US because of shipping. But if you're subscribed, and I will put up a separate video, and you like and comment on the video, you will be entered to possibly win one of the 3 gifts. And I'll be sharing on that video what it is I'm going to be giving away. So to all of you who have, pardon me, been with me from the beginning, to all of you who have watched playlists, or if you're new to the channel and you've gone back and watched previous videos, I just thank you sincerely. I had a goal, of course, of being at that mark, and I wanted to do it by my birthday, which is Wednesday. And I'm not saying that because I need any birthday kudos. I just had used that as my mark in time. So I achieved my goal. So I'm really pleased. And I couldn't have done it, of course, without each and every one of you. So spring has sprung. I tell you, we're supposed to have a gorgeous day today. It's supposed to be 67 degrees. And I thought it's time. Our first frost-free day here where I am in Ohio is mid-May. And I've learned the hard way by planting things too early. So I start seeds indoors, and then I have a cold frame where I harden off certain plants and then plant them in the garden. So I will be taking you on that journey as well. But one of the things I wanted to share with you is my AeroGarden. So this is a hydroponic or water-based way to grow plants. And I've had this for about 2 years. And what I've been doing, and it's worked out wonderfully, is sometime in March, I will go ahead and plant cherry tomatoes. Now, once those ripen and are ready to eat, I eat some of them while they're still in the hydroponic growing area. And then I transplant them into the garden where they produce all summer long. So I get an extended growing season, if you will, for my cherry tomatoes. So I thought I would show you the AeroGarden, talk a little bit about the pros and the cons that I've experienced, and show you just how easy it is to grow food or flowers indoors. So I've done herbs, I have done salad mix, I've done flowers. I did a batch of wildflowers. That was the last thing I did. And it was so wonderful to have those gorgeous blooming wildflowers in the middle of winter. But I actually cleaned out the AeroGarden, and it's just been sitting in preparation for some spring planting. So I will leave a link in the description box. You can purchase this on Amazon. And there is a couple ways that you can plant in your AeroGarden. So you can purchase the pre-seeded pods. So it's plastic and it has peat in it, and then it has a little opening for the plant to come out. Now, they're not inexpensive, so you can buy just the little plastic cages with peat and plant your own seeds. I've done that. I wanted some homegrown sage for Thanksgiving, so I did a batch of sage from my own seed, and it worked out fine. You can also purchase off-brand pods that are less expensive than the AeroGarden brand, shall we say. What I can tell you, when you look at the reviews, you will see a lot of mixed reviews. So I'm going to tell you a couple tips and tricks that I've learned that have really helped me to be successful each and every time. If you're buying the AeroGarden brand and your seeds fail to germinate after 3 weeks, you can notify AeroGarden and they will replace the defective pod, if you will, at no cost. So let me swing you down here. So this is what it looks like. I have the larger 9-pod version. They do make a 6-pod, I think is the smallest that they have. I'm gonna stand up here. I'm gonna actually plug this in. Excuse me, you probably don't want to see me bending over here. So you will see that the light comes on, and this is a plant light. This has adjustable screws so that you can raise or lower your light as your plants get taller. So that's a super nice feature. The actual inside of this I have pre-filled with water. So let me share with you. You know, if you're on city water, you may have a lot of chlorine in your water. So you can use distilled water, you can use rainwater, or you can use tap water that you've let sit out in an open container for 24 hours. It takes about 1.5 gallons to fill this. So I went ahead and pre-filled it because you've all seen me use water, right? It's like not super scientific. So all you do, this is so simple, is you take your pods and you put them in. Now, you want to create like a little greenhouse effect until they germinate, and it does come with instructions, super simple to follow. So once we snap all of our seed pods in, we're going to put a little plastic dome over it. So each time I'm growing, I do save my domes because I'm thinking I might try, just try the off-brand because it's quite a bit less expensive. But getting 9 cherry tomato plants that produce extra long in the season is very helpful. So let me see if I can bring you closer here because the light's kind of washing it out. Yeah, so these are the little plastic domes, and this is what the seed pod looks like. So I'll just continue to snap those on like so. And it usually takes a couple weeks until you'll start to see them germinating. And I'm going to show you here in a moment how you set up digitally, how you can set this up. So let me pause you for a moment. I'm going to reposition the tripod so that I'm not bobbling around. So each set of seed pods comes with some liquid plant food, and depending on the number of pods will depend on how much plant food you need to put in. For a 9-pod at startup, you're going to put 2 capfuls. So how easy is this, right? So since I have it plugged in, the water is actually circulating and it will start to hydrate those seed pods, the peat, and they will actually come up a little bit higher in each container. So down here, it has all of your instructions. It says, your AeroGarden lost power, select the option that best fits. Start a new garden. Quick Plant guides you through planting your AeroGarden. Use this whenever you start a new garden. So set your clock and then touch next to continue. So it is, oh wow, how do you set the clock? Oop, not that way. Let's see. Hang on. All right, maybe this will be a little bit easier. It's been a while since I've set one of these up, so it's just a rolling screen, touch screen. So you set the time and it says touch next, then select the option that best represents the type of garden. So I'm growing tomatoes. For tomatoes, your light will be on for 15 hours. And let me say this as well. This is not a huge electrical draw. I was concerned about that, but it's not at all. So I'm going to hit next, and it's going to go on at 8 a.m., off at 11 p.m. I'm going to hit OK. It says pour the water, And if it's extremely hard, it's going to inhibit growth. So again, I recommend that you use rainwater or distilled water. Put your grow pods in and snap the domes on. Add the plant food. Congratulations, your AeroGarden is ready to go. So I hit the light. There we go. And it will just automatically cycle through. It also has an app that you can download to your phone, so it will tell you when you need to add water, when it's time to add plant food, if you've had a power failure and you need to go in and do anything with your AeroGarden. So that's one of the many ways that I will start producing food here on my little homestead. So very soon I will be doing a new video of an unboxing of my grow light, and we'll be planting some heirloom seeds and just some regular seeds. Sometimes I also will supplement my plants. If I don't have good germination on a certain type of seed, I will go to the garden center, but it's so much more economical to start your own seeds or start your own plants from seeds. And I've harvested a lot of my seeds from last year. So I am going to add some things this year to my garden. I love cantaloupe, so that's going to be one add. And I planted garlic in the fall, so that will be ready then this coming fall. So it wintered over very nicely. I snuck and dug one up just to see, and it's well rooted. My asparagus should start coming to life very soon as well. And I've decided that I'm going to grow my onions outside of my garden in an area of flower bed that I sometimes just put annuals in. So I'm going to do some container gardening, some gardening, earth gardening, if you will, in my actual garden, as well as some hydroponic gardening. So it's nice to have those options. So I wanted to share a book with you, which I will also leave in the description box. So I had shared another book by John Seymour, and this is called The New Self-Sufficient Gardener. So one of the things that I've learned, even though I've gardened off and on for most of my adult life, is having different reference guides and learning as much as you can about a plant can be super helpful in getting the best yield. So I don't have huge space allotted for garden right now. I'd like to have more, but right now this is what, with my back, that I can manage. So really getting a good yield is important. So I encourage you, if you don't have a good gardening book, you check thrift stores, check Goodwill. You can also find good ones there. I have a couple vintage gardening books that I think actually give the best advice on how to grow, prune, and maintain your roses. So that's another option as well. So thank you for joining me today. I know today was kind of a short video. I'm working on some sewing projects, and I'm going to have something new to share with you very, very soon that will be in time for you to order for Mother's Day gifts. So I look forward to presenting that to you as well. And as always, be healthy, be well, be blessed, and I'll see you all later this week. Take care.